Hello my beauties, welcome back to the Magics of Life channel. I received few emails that some of you missing me, videos with my face and my mimics, because lately I have been posting only signs and symbols predictions, signs and symbols channeled messages without my funny mimics. Okay, and as I promised you in last video with me, yeah, we're gonna talk about moral freaks today and why it is not recommended to know exactly when some things will happen. This is very dangerous. And there was a case of a girl. This girl emailed me. We had long conversations and few sessions, including matrix sessions. So what had happened? She had been to one of the readers who sort of into this wave like divine masculine. She was young. At the moment she had been to this reader, yeah, she was 18 years old. And of course, as all young girls, she was curious when I will get married. Well, when exactly I will meet my future spouse. When? And she went to one reader. She paid her money, and she got exact date. And when we knowing something like this removes completely free will factor. This is very dangerous to give you exactly, yeah, when one or another event will happen. So just imagine. And she expected this date, like, oh, this super pooper reader with divine twin flame and blah blah said to her that she will meet her twin flame on 8th of January. She gave her exact date. And of course, and exact year, yeah. Of course, this girl have been waiting for this, let's say, magical date, yeah. This girl have been waiting for this so-called magical date. What had happened? When this day started, you know, it's after Christmas here, like Christmas night when we're celebrating, and she received a message on social media like WeK, Contact. She received a message from a Turkish guy, and that's their habit. They're messaging quite a lot here and there, so I'm not even pursuing this as something serious, it's regular junk, or internet scam, but she was fixated in her mind on this exact date, thanks to this twin flame divine whatever reader. And what had happened? Of course, she was, finally a prediction came true, she was right. Everything is like it is, yeah? And of course she replied, maybe if she was not given this prediction that she will meet her divine masculine, whatsoever, on this exact date, yeah? She might ignore this message. She may never reply to, but since she have been waiting for this date, yeah? And next, what had happened here? She started dialogue with him, and maybe again, if she was not told by this shitty reader, that this is your twin flame, this is your divine whatsoever, seeing first red flags from this person, can bring her into senses of reality, She may cut communication after this, but because she was already told that on this exact date, she will very powerful, that she have very powerful twin flames, that they meant to be together and all this wonderful shit. I call it fairy tales. I'm watching. I love fairy tales, you know. I am fiction writer, yeah. I love to write fiction, so I'm watching fiction. But when it's about my channel, I prefer to talk more about reality here rather than fiction. So, here we go. She decided all red flags were completely ignored. I don't want even to go into details because details very painful for this girl as well. That how he came to her city, how she went with him to hotel and this everything. But the thing is, she ended up being pregnant from this guy, very young girl, student. She ended up being pregnant from this guy because, again, she listened to all this divine union shit from each and every YouTube, wherever you go. I have some list of channels. I love creators. Some have really pleasant, beautiful appearances, yeah. It's just aesthetical pleasure to watch them. Some have beautiful cards and beautiful fairy tales they give it. But she confused this fairy tale for reality. All red flags were completely ignored. Because in her imagination, this was it. Her parents said, "You look, you student, we cannot have this, we cannot support you, we cannot have this baby right now." But it was already too late for her to make an abortion. She tried to reach out to this asshole. He blocked her every freaking where. Everywhere. He blocked her like everywhere. And even accused her that she's blind, blah. As abusers usually do, they go into attack mode. But this is not the point even. I want to show you these karmic notes and want you not to be overly fixated on when, on what kind of hair he gonna have, what kind of teeth, you know, he gonna have, what kind of eyes, brown or green, because devil, remember saying devil is in details. Devil is in details. And when you want to know all these details, and especially from tarot cards and this sort of readings, yeah, and I want to draw another parallel because we have in here like matrix. We will go into matrix, yeah. We have a mixture of matrix and blah blah club, yeah. Devil in details. Recently, I was making this candle wax prediction for a year and discussed in a group of other people who interested in esotericism. We discussed this everything, and I got quite strange. If I will find, yeah, I got like quite strange. You see, quite strange something here as prediction for the next year. If you will go to shorts, yeah, if you will go to shorts, you will see from previous years which type of, and what I got for this year. For this year, I got sort of like feather, and this one ink something, ink pen, or sorry, one moment. Inkwell, yeah. I got prediction for this year, and you know, so many books, ideas right now, which I'm making real. And this one completely, I was sort of like lost. And then I said, okay, then I don't need to know this. I will see at the end of year, I will draw the parallel, what exactly it was. Yeah. Because I'm seeing here like pear and a leaf and something. Doesn't matter. Everyone has seen their own story and this. But one girl said, this is only like one. You need to pour more wax and more and more and more. Professional person. Really professional person. From minimum of information, they will give you maximum. When it started at YouTube channels like, let me clarify this, I don't know. And they start in this like 10 more, like, and you see half of them just going to clarify. This is hysteroid type of reader, and this is not a reader at all. Remember, devil in details. Keep it fucking simple. When you working with something like predictions, yeah, as well, keep it simple. Because devil is in details. And I am so much okay that, okay, if I don't know what this is, yeah, it reminds me as well of some sort of like fig fruit, yeah. I will figure it out. Maybe I don't need to know. I will return later to this prediction with fresh view. But person who paranoid, hysteroid and have no gift, they will pour more and more wax. It's not working like this. One proper ritual, because when you pour in bags, this is special water, this is special atmosphere, this is special time, and this is special everything. When you're doing something like this, all these conditions, no need to be this maniac, paranoid, and pour more wax and pull more cards to understand what. If you stupid asshole not able to understand from one, simple, because universe always trying like to simplify for us, not to make it complicated, yeah? That's why quite often when I am communicating to my spirit guides, I'm asking them, please keep it as simple as possible for me to understand. But when you're tapping into this paranoid mood, when you need more and more and more and more details, just stop. Stop, halas. You know, halas. I don't understand such people, paranoid people. So devil in details. No need to know which exact year you will meet your future spouse, which exact eye color they're gonna have, and which exact profession they're gonna have. Yeah? No need to know this. In her case, this was completely crazy bananas. Person ignored all red flags, all everything, suffered. But what kind of monster, when she told me this story, and he was her first man, and he knew this, but still he said to her that maybe she is a like bitch, or draw your parallels, yeah. Go felt completely lost. So she was alone with child, with this shitty prediction, completely screwed up because of this reader who gave her exact fucking date when she will meet her future spouse. And when she emailed to this fucking reader, you know what this fucking reader offered her? She offered her spell work. She offered her spell work to attract this asshole back and make him like heart softening for his child and blah blah. And this poor girl, she went to bank. She took a loan. She took a loan money Just imagine being pregnant. You believing in this shit. Look at them like fairy tale. Okay, that's okay. That's Cinderella. That's Belle and Beast. Yeah, but this not a fucking prediction. This is fucking monkeys to entertain you. I was so upset for this girl, you know. Anyway, she took a loan. She paid to this fucking reader for spell work. I'm not doing any spell work, guys. Free will factor prevails. So this reader made spell work for like few months, and when girl started to like, look, he's not unblocking me, he's not reaching out, so where is the result of the spell work? And asked to return her money. This reader as well blocked her and goodbye. And of course, after all this shit, this girl messaged me. She already having a baby girl. What's the point? She came to me and said, why I'm so screwed up? Why this happened to me? Because she learned about matrix and things. She came and asked why I'm so screwed. Yeah? Because her filter of information. We discussed all her matrix with her. She wants this to stay like private information. So this was part of private consultation. But we as well analyzed the matrix of this asshole. Guy who made her pregnant and escaped. And he's having another girl with other woman, and since sort of like from side is like complicated shit. Because she was curious why he married that another woman and not me. She was searching for all the answers. We found all the answers. But such type of guys, you know, that's moral freak. That's moral freak. He didn't give a shit about protection. Story has many more horrific details. I just don't want to, you know, go into details here, but all the worst you can imagine about this guy, it's sort of parallel with my narcissist I met in May, who impregnated his neighbor and called his mom to Iran or whatever country to fly over and go and tell this neighbor girl that he doesn't want her anymore. This was another moral freak. Usually it's either energy 15 strong one, either energy 5 strong one, either energy 22 strong one. But here we have a sort of Simon Levi case. When I was listening to her story, I said to her, even without seeing his date of birth yet, I said to her, he must have this program Extinction of a kind, yeah, which is 9-20-11 or 11-29 or whatever. This can go in any order, these three energies. And when I open his matrix, here you can see 8th of August 1982, birthday of asshole. He has this program at his root chakra. If you will look in health tab, I was 100% right. I said, he must have this to be this sort of moral freak, you know. Energy 5, when my narcissistic asshole with mother, problem of separation, energy 5 men, they quite often, they have an energy 5 and energy 3 men. They having this problem, they cannot separate from their mothers. They're too attached, they will never create their own family till mom alive, because they have strong energy 5 and strong energy 3 in their matrices, yeah? So my narcissist was with this energy 5, and he called his mom. This asshole just simply blocked, he didn't call anyone. He blocked and disappeared. 2911. So girls, for you. And karmic tail 1899 in minus, this is deceitful person. This is secretive, deceitful person in minus. This sort of people, like, they're giving you a lot of false hope, and because they sort of like dreaming. When they dream, they're not keeping this in their mind. They sort of blah 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 blah. Okay. 1899 in minus, this is very deceitful people. Keep this in mind. You cannot rely on them. Again, we're talking about minus. And here's complete minus. And person with 9s, they have difficulties to get married, with a lot of 9s. And here a lot of 9s, yeah. They prefer to stay alone, to be alone the entire life. Even he married someone, like, but divorced or something like this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What matters is this at root chakra, extinction of a kind. And why so, I decided, yeah? If when we're talking about energy 5 men, it's very obvious they're very dependent on their mothers. They're very close to their mothers, and sometimes it makes me sick to observe how close such men to their mothers. They're gossiping about everything. And sitting on a date with me, he was sending a picture of his ass to his mom and asking, "Mom, how these jeans fits me, my ass?" And I was sitting like, I went to comedy show, yeah, first row, and I was like, "Are you serious? You're really asking your mom such questions?" And he was like, "Yeah, what's wrong with this? Like, everything wrong with this, you know, because your mother sort of replacing you, whatever, woman and girlfriend and everything." And with this guy, from both like interactions, he end up with a go, baby go. And extinction of a kind program appears in matrix when already in ancestral lineage there were so many moral freaks, people like him. I call this moral freak. This type of man is so disgusting. Is very disgusting. So either they will have only girls, but if they will have boys, these people, if they're living in minuses of this program, and he's living in minuses, they either will have only girls, because universe doesn't want for their kind to stay on us, yeah? Either they will have girls, and girls will never ever get married, okay? Girls will stay most likely single, childless, or child-free. This girl, which have been in my consultation, she's worried about her daughter, because this daughter from this freak, moral freak, yeah. So I gave her practices with Ravahar and everything, how she can try to fix this, so her daughter will have better destiny. But this moral freak problem, and his other girl from other woman will grow up, and remember, mark my words, she will be screwed in the exact same way. She will be screwed in exact same way what he did to that girl. And just only, you know, the problem, one Muslim, other non-Muslim, you know, all this disgusting stuff, like with this neighbor who hijabi. In my imagination, you know, person who wears hijab should have some moral code, yeah? But this neighbor of him invited him for breakfast, from his words, raped him, seduced him, even when she still was married, and they keep going with this relationship after her husband figured out and she divorced him and took all his money, because she have a child with her Turkish husband, yes. And when child was in kindergarten, she was inviting this narcissistic asshole for breakfast, and end up being pregnant from him on purpose, you know. And I will be so happy to hear how she will take all his money and car and everything, because he deserves this, because this person has no brain. This person has no moral code, because how you go and have affair with married woman in hijab, like, you must not have any moral code. And this comparison, you know, they making, like, if you wear hijab or not, if you terror readers, and how many shit I heard from him after, you know, I said, no, thank you, I don't need to be involved in your crazy drama with neighbors and everything. That, again, tarot reader, blah, 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 blah. And this, like, and my hijabi neighbor even better than you. I heard this comparison. That was really strange. How they tying everything to your clothes, you know, like if you're covering your hair or not. I am tarot reader, but at least I have my own moral code that I follow, and these people follow zero. Completely zero. And you know, I won't be surprised to see this woman hijabi have the same moral code of moral freak. Remember this program 2911. This is how you can spot a moral freak in life. Of course, there are people who have this program, but they are sort of normal people, because in situations like this, they did not run. They faced this situation and acted as a human, you know, and acted as a human being. And this asshole, who was born on this beautiful date with a lot of AIDS, he promised this girl that she was studying for hairstylist and things, that he will help her to open hair salon. At least he can, like, help her, because she was left alone. Parents said, like, no to her. They said, look, you did it yourself. We cannot support you. And all these years, her daughter already, like, 3 years old or so. All these years, she was searching for answers why this happened to her. Why? Because she gave this big importance to this date due to one of the shitty tarot readers. And in my book, I will be sharing my own experience, because astrological, last year I booked my astrology transit prediction for this year, and they described as 23rd of May should be my happiest blah blah in entire year. And what crazy bad shit happened on 23rd of May in my life, which supposed to be the happiest according to astrology, yeah, the happiest date of transit. Trust me, during this year, which already finished, yeah, I had other beautiful happiest dates, but I cannot call 23rd of May the happiest one. I will be explaining this in my book. Again, astrology or tarot, do not pay much attention. Even with Matrix, we're trying to figure out what gonna be the best date to start something. Still, there are pros and cons. Matrix says, okay, this day is favorable for you, but if you will screw here and there, then it may go wrong when we analyze the date. But astrology and some tarot readers, they trying to tell, this is the happiest, this is the month when you will meet your future husband, they are Sagittarius, blah, 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 blah. No need to know that many details, because devil is in details, and devil with all these details, devil gonna play you dirty. Devil gonna play you dirty. Now you know how to spot a moral freak or person without morals. Person without morals, like this hijabi woman who is sleeping with her neighbor. To me, I was truly shocked. I was truly, really shocked how like woman can, who following at least like some sort of form of religion or doing something dirty like this. I was shocked, you know, like, and I felt sick when he was sitting in front of me and telling me this everything related to this woman, to this neighbor, and pretending, acting as she's Amber Heard. And remember my reading on Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. They completely equal. They deserve one another. No right, no guilty in their connection. Both are shitty, you know? And I was looking at this, oh my God. He slept with her when she still was married, and the end of the story, he told, at least, he sent me message, you a sucker, at least hijabi woman had a man, like, and you have known. And I was sort of, you comparing me and this, I was like, my God. Your brain completely screwed. Because these people without moral code, whatever, they see no difference, you know? It's like after COVID, some people, they lost their smell. And they cannot say, does it smell like shit or does it smell like orange? So shit, hijabi woman, for him the same with orange. He cannot tell the difference. People with moral freak program, they cannot tell the difference. People with moral freak program, it's like people after COVID who lost their smell. If you put pile of shit in front of them and beautiful orange and let them smell both, they cannot tell you. Of course, if you blindfold them and give them pile of shit and give them orange, they will not be able to tell you where is shit, where is pile of shit, and where is orange. And that was the last drop, that you measuring somebody else value, somebody else success, somebody else achievements. If like in his eyes, that she had a husband and she slept around with him as a neighbor, for him this indicates that woman is being popular. Moral freak matrix program. Girls, please stay attentive. 2911. How it works, I explained. Just compare to person after COVID who lost their smell, and they cannot tell the difference, and there is nothing you can do about it. Okay, there is nothing, like, if you're not seeing and comparing me this pile of shit, which is your neighbor, this is your problem. So that's it. Blah blah and matrix finished. Here was less of matrix, but at least you will know red flags. Energy 9 in male matrix, unlikely gonna get married. Unlikely. It's difficult for them to get married. Some of them who have strong 8 or 5 can marry due to social pressure from society, yeah? They can, but unlikely this gonna be long-lasting marriage, yeah? Man with moral free code, big red flag. Woman with moral free code, like this hijabi neighbor, you can imagine behaviors of such woman, yeah? I described you how this program acted in both, like female matrix, it's having husband, sending child to kindergarten, sleeping with your neighbor. And when husband come home and see them in bed together, of course he divorced her. But this one didn't matter, but keep going. And of course she was like, I don't know how stupid you need to be. And she intentionally got pregnant from him. So now she gonna have like another piece of pie. Yeah, doing this dirty to different men. This is moral free program in female matrices. Pay attention when you dealing with such females, better not to deal with them. So if you have in your matrix and you want to know what does it mean, personal consultation, we will work individually with you. $200, 45 minutes. Fiverr. You describe me everything, what makes you concerned, how you feel. Because with this program in male matrix, again, you will only give child to girls, birth to girls, or you will have boys, but they will die really early in life. So if you will have son, with this program, what is most dangerous, yeah? Already so many cases statistically, if you will have son, most likely you're gonna live longer than your child, okay? Because you have this moral freak program, you need to heal this. Because your ancestors were like this asshole. You're not only carrying your own sins, you're carrying sins of all such, like your father. Because this daughter, who second daughter in other like relationship, she doesn't know how he acted back there. To that girl who come to me for consultation and help and everything. Unlikely. And unlikely you gonna know how sinful your father was. And this inbuilt. And by the way, this inbuilt. And this girl who came to me for consultation, her daughter as well have this program. So she inherited from him. And this is indicating like what? She will be carrying his sins. Whatever he did wrong to her mother, to other women, she will be paying for this in her life. This is as well curse program. To have a matrix, this is a curse program, guys. I explained in previous video how it works when it's in position of curse program, but here like moral freak, complete moral freak. Thank you for attention, my beauties. I am fine, I'm great, I'm working on my goals. And see you in next videos. Bye bye.